Hi guys, in this video we're going to see how to use if and len formula together. So len here is length of the text. So we have four different scenarios here. One is with the name, and then we have the passwords related scenarios, and then we have ID, employee ID, and then we have name check. So let's see how it's going to be. So first of all, I'm going to check whether the names which I have are lengthy ones or the shorter ones. Okay, let's write the formula here. So I'm going to select first if, and then I'm going to select len, and then I'm going to select the cell reference, and I'm going to close the parenthesis. And now I'm going to give, if the length is greater than 3 characters, it should say, I'm going to add comma, it should say long name. If at all it is shorter than 3, then it should say short name. Right now I'm going to drag the formula by using Control D. As you can see, since we have like 3 letters, it's saying it's a short name, and then the names which are more than 3 characters, it is reflecting as long name. Now I'm going to use the same formula for a different scenario where I'm checking whether the formula is a strong password or a weak password by calculating or counting the characters in the password. So as we saw already, I'm going to select if first, then length, then I'm going to select the cell reference. So now I'm saying if it should have more than 8 characters, then I'll consider it as stronger password. If it is shorter one, I mean if it has a less than 8 characters, it should say weak password, so that the account holder person must change the password. So as you can see, I have the first one as a weak password. If I drag the formula, so I have only two strong passwords which are more than 8 characters, which makes harder to hack the passwords. Now I have another scenario where I'm checking the employee IDs, like whether the employee IDs are correctly assigned with the given characters. So again, my left hand side I have the employee IDs. Now I'm going to write the formula the same way which I wrote earlier, equals to if, and then I'm going to choose the length formula, and I'm going to select the cell reference, which is employee ID. I'm guessing the company has like 6 characters employee ID as of now. So in future it may increase, depends on the employees, but as of now I only have 6 digits employee ID. Now I'm going to check whether all the employee IDs mentioned here are of 6 digits or 6 characters, or if it is less than 6 characters or greater than 6 characters, it should say valid or invalid ID. So I'm going to write, if it is 6, it should say valid ID, or if it is not 6, it should say invalid employee ID or ID, whatever you want to write here. So since the first one has exactly 6 characters, it is reflecting as valid ID. If I little bit drag this formula to the next cells, so it should say for 5 characters should say invalid, which is already, it is reflecting at the second result. And then we have another one here which has exactly 6 characters, and it is reflecting as valid ID. So this is how it works. Now the last and final the example we have here is with the name check. So usually name shouldn't be in 1 or 2 characters, so it should be like minimum 3 characters. That is what I'm expecting the names should be. So I'm going to check whether the dump which I have or the sheet which I have having at least 3 characters when I'm saying name. So I'm going to select the length formula here, and then I'm going to select the cell reference stating that it should greater than 3, or yeah, it should greater than or equal to 3. Okay, so if it is greater than or equal to 3, it should say correct entry, or else it should say incorrect entry, right? I'm going to close the parenthesis. Now see, so the cells which have only one single characters is reflected as incorrect entry. Also here in the last cell it is reflected as incorrect entry. This is how you can use in your real life, whether it is name, passwords, employee IDs, or any other scenario. You can combine these two, if plus len, and you can get the results. Thank you so much for watching. We'll meet in next video.